So in the past 1 year, haven't we always spoken about how FMCG companies' margins are impacted because of the raw material prices, inflationary trends, whether you look at wheat prices, sugar prices, any other raw material that you count, coffee, tea, that all has seen a rise coming in. Now what is actually happening in the last month is that slight bit of a correction is coming in. So in the month of February, when you look at the price hikes, Axis has come out with a note on these price hikes taken by FMCG companies. Key trend: fewer and selective price hikes across some categories like toothpaste, juices, coffee and dairy based products. Now selective cuts were also taken in the month of February in edible oil as well as tea, where we are seeing continuous cuts coming in there as well. No incremental cuts have actually come in the soap segment, while raw material prices were broadly benign on a month-on-month basis, whether you see the food basket or the non-food basket as well. So selective inputs, whether you look at wheat, barley, soda ash, LLP, remained inflationary on a year-on-year basis, but wheat prices have seen a correction coming in the last 1 month. Now let's first start and talk about the latest trends in the price hikes that we're seeing across various categories. Starting with toothpaste. Now toothpaste brand Dabur has actually hiked the prices for both Dabur Red as well as Dabur Miswak toothpaste by 3%, while Godrej consumers, when you look at it in terms of, have hiked prices for Synthol original soap of theirs by around 5%. So that is in the soap segment. In terms of shampoos, we're seeing HUL that has hiked prices for Tresemme actually, and this is not in the form of price hikes but in a form of grammage cut. So they've cut the grammage by 6% over there. Let's move on, talk about the food and beverage categories. Tata Consumers, the tea segment that we've seen tea prices seeing a correction. So Tata Consumers has cut Tata Tea Gold 1 kg SKU prices by 8%, while HUL has actually hiked prices for Brew Instant Coffee by 10%. So tea prices cut, but coffee prices seeing a rise there. Now dairy products, moving on to that, Amul, Nestle have also seen price hikes of around 3 to 4% across their categories, while in terms of juices, Dabur has hiked prices for its 1 litre SKU by around 2 to 5%. Let's talk about baby food as well. Nestle has hiked prices for Lactogen by 3%. So yes, milk-based products are seeing a rise coming in because milk prices were seeing a bit of an increase coming in as well. So obviously, let's not forget, however, there is some relief for customers and consumers as price hikes are tapering off now. It's not across all the segments that we're seeing coming in. So Marico has actually taken a cut in terms of Saffola Active and Gold variant by around 5% because edible oil prices were falling, while in terms of HUL and Mondelez, that is the Horlicks and Bonvita variant, we're seeing select price hikes taken by these two brands as well of around 5 to 7%. Moving on to the impact of raw material prices on the companies. Now, when palm oil prices see a deflation coming in, it's expected to benefit companies like HUL, GCPL as well as Britannia, and a correction in wheat and barley prices are also expected to provide some relief for food companies. Benign cotton yarn prices, that is also expected to see a benefit for apparel companies, innerwear companies. They will be seeing a positive sign there, while the rise in milk prices, milk is getting expensive, and that does impact a lot of companies when whoever is using milk based products. So Nestle, Britannia, HUL, milk comes in as a part of their raw material, so there is an impact. We could see negative impact on these companies if milk prices continue to rise. So obviously, Indian consumer goods industry, FMCG industry is seeing fewer and more selective price hikes now across categories such as toothpaste, juices, coffees, dairy-based products. Meanwhile, obviously, you know that raw material prices are a bit benign, seeing a bit of a subdued move. Let's keep our fingers crossed that raw material prices continue to see a fall or continue to stay subdued in trade, and FMCG players will not feel the pinch on their margins then.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.